Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Sandown Park here on Friday. It is April the 28th, 2017. I'm going to look at all the races on today's program from Sandown, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and join me tomorrow here on YouTube for a Sandown preview. It's going to be a great card tomorrow also, but this flat card on Friday is incredible. It's one of the best cards so far in the UK this season. I'm going to look at all the races. Let's get onto it. Starting off at race number 1, the 150 post time. It is the Bet365 Esher Cup handicap. It's Class 2 handicap here, going for a purse of $31,000. It's for 3-year-olds only, rated 81 to 100. Field of 14 horses going the 1,600 meter trip or 1 mile on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the 3-horse, the Grape Escape. I'm going to go 317 in the TriCast of the trifecta, 317. But my top pick, number 3, the Grape Escape. Pat Dobbs for Richard Hannon, the Striel Colt out of Arkin. He's coming off of a start on October the 22nd at Newbury, yielding going 7 furlongs in the Group 3 Worthington Alzheimer's Society Stakes. This horse finished 8th by 7 1/4 lengths that day at 12 to 1. You know, he really hit the wall in the stretch run. He didn't quicken up with them. He just weakened out of it. Wasn't his day to win, I guess, facing tougher horses. Also, the ground was a little bit, shall I say, very wet that day. It was kind of heavy. I think today on firmer ground, it's usually a little bit firmer ground here at Sandown, he should do a little bit better. His first career outing came September the 9th at Sandown, 1 mile, Class 5 main race here. This horse won by a neck on good ground. Easy, clear victory. Ridden out. It was a great victory at 6 to 1 for this horse. 2.5 to 1. You know, I think with the victory on the ground back in September, he faced tougher last time out. Off the layoff, he has a good draw low. He should have a very good run here today, so I'll use him as a top pick. So to recount my bets for the 150 from Sandown, the first race, it's the Esher Cup. Gonna go with the 3-horse, the Grape Escape. Gonna go 317 in the TriCast of the trifecta. To race number 2 now from Sandown, the 220 post time, it's the Bet365 Gordon Richards Stakes. It's Group 3 race here for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $80,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards. Field of 8 horses going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1 mile and 1/4 on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the 8-horse Ulysses. I'm going to go 825 in the TriCast of the trifecta, 825, but my top pick, number 8, Ulysses, is 4-year-old colt out of Galileo. Michael Stout trains this one. Andre Etizzini is on this one. Most recently, November the 5th in Southern California, here in America, mile and a half in the Breeders' Cup turf. This horse finished 4th by 6 1/4 lengths. Highland Reel probably ran one of the best Breeders' Cup turf I'll ever see in my life. It was just a great ride by Hefferman that day. You know, he took advantage of the front runners having the advantage on the turf course that meeting at Santa Anita and took off clear down the back stretch, and he had so much in the tank. You know, he took off by so many. He had enough to win by a lot. You know, this horse just didn't have anything that day. You know, it was just a great run by Highland Reel, great ride by Hefferman that day. But, you know, start before I came to the UK, August 27th at Windsor, 1.25 miles in the Winter Hill Stakes, the Group 3 Winter Hill Stakes. This horse finished second by a nose behind Chains of the Daisies. You know, he just missed the victory. Disappointing beat, but he ran a decent second place finish that day. And then a month earlier at the Glorious Goodwood meet, 1.5 miles in the Bernice Gordon Stakes. This horse won by half length. Another great victory at 9 to 2. He should have a very good run here. You know, he had a very good season other than the 12th place finish in the Espen Derby. I think he should run a big one here today, 4 to 1. So I'm going to use him as a top pick. So to recap my bets for the second, the 220 from Sandown, it's the Gordon Richards Stakes, the Group 3 Gordon Richards Stakes. Going to go with the 8-horse Ulysses. Going to go 825 in the TriCast of the trifecta. The third race, the 255 now from Sandown, is the Classic Trial, the Bet365 Classic Trial. It's Group 3 race here for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $80,000. It's for 3-year-olds only. Field of 5 horses going the distance of ground of 2,000 meters or 1 mile and 1/4 on the turf course. My top pick in this one, and this horse ran incredibly well, that's the 5-horse Monarch's Glen. I'm going to go 513 in the TriCast of the trifecta, 513. But my top pick, number 5, Monarch's Glen, Frankie Dettori for John Gosden. You know, this horse has been, other than one slight mistake at Goodwood, he's been pretty good. The Striel Colt out of Frankel. Most recent start came about 2 weeks ago at Kempton on the all-weather mile 3/8 in a Class 3 handicap. With Frankie Dettori up that day, he won by a length, and going a mile 3/8 at Kempton, they used the outer ring, so he got to lead the top of the stretch, and when they got to the portion where the inner ring starts, right by that little the turn in the top of the stretch, 2 furlongs from home, this horse took off clear, and a furlong from the wire, Frankie Dettori really started to gear this horse down. He won by a length. He could have won by 14 lengths, but it was just a very, very easy walk in the park victory for this horse. Like I said, this horse, Frankie, geared down the horse a lot during the end of the race. If you watched it live, for a second, it looked like this horse was going to get caught, but he didn't. But it was an easy victory that day. It didn't take a lot out of him. Here, coming to turf today, back to turf, he should have a very good run. Start before it came October the 9th at Goodwood. Mile and 1/8 in a Class 4 maiden race. Horse won by 1/4 lengths. Easy victory again that day. Just walked in the park. Very nice run for this horse. And then at Goodwood, mile and 1/8 maiden Class 4. This horse finished second by nose. Just missed the victory. He was looking around that day. He kind of had the 2-year-old antics, so next start out, he really proved he was a great horse. He looks like he's going to run big here today. Great post draw, so watch out for this one. So to recount my bets for the third from Sandown, the 2:55 post time, it's the Group 3 Classic Trial. Going to go with the 5-horse Monarch's Glen. I'm going to go 5-1-3 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 4. The 4th race to 3:30 from Sandown. It's the Bet 365 mile. It's the Group 2 race here. The Group 2 bets 365 mile, going for Class 1 horses, going for a purse of $117,000. It's for 4-year-olds and upwards here. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 1,600 meters or 1 mile on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the 3-horse Gelata. I'm going to go 3-1-6 in the TriCast of the trifecta, 3-1-6, but my top pick, number 3, Gelata, 10-1. Jamie Spencer for Charlie Hills. This horse is coming off a start at Newmarket last fall, October the 7th, 7 furlongs in the Dubai 100 Challenge Stakes. Horse finished third by 1/2 lengths in that Group 2. He just missed. It was his first race back in the UK in quite a while, and he's closing up that day, but just missed. Start before in Italy, in Milan, 1 mile, 1,600 meters in the Group 1 Vittorio de Cupo Stakes. This horse finished second by a neck, and that's what it says, second by a neck, and he just missed, it says, that day. Couldn't find the replay for that race, but I did find the replay for the race before at Chantilly in France, September the 8th, 7 furlongs in the Prix du Pin. This horse won by 1/3 lengths and had a great turn of foot that day. Just incredibly well run race for him. And then at Goodwood, 7 furlongs in a Dunbar Supreme Stakes, the Group 3 Dunbar Supreme Stakes. Horse finished third by 1/2 length. He just didn't quicken up quick enough that day. I think coming here today, has a great draw from the rail, post position number 1. He should run a big one at an upset price of 10-1. It's been a wide open race. I think he should do well. So to recount my bets for the 4th, the 3:30 from Sandown, it's the Bet 365 mile. Gonna go with the 3-horse Gelata. I'm going to go 3-1-6 in the TriCast of the trifecta. To race number 5 now from Sandown, the 405. It's the Bet365.com handicap. Class 2 handicap here, going for a purse of $24,500. It's for 3-year-olds only, rated 81 to 100. Field of 10 horses going the distance of ground of 5 furlongs. They're running on that special 5-furlong straightaway course, so keep that in mind. High numbers are preferred here, so post position high numbers. My top pick, I like the 2-horse hopefully I said it right, and pardon me if I don't, Partita. I'm going to go 265 in the TriCast of the trifecta, 265, but my top pick, number 2, Partita, 2-1, Ryan Moore for Sir Michael Stouts. Most recently on the 17th of September of 2016 at Ayr, 6 furlongs in the Group 3 William Hill Firth of Clyde Stakes. This horse finished 5th by 6 1/4 lengths behind Delegation. He just really weakened out of it. It wasn't to his liking, the ground. It was very, very wet. So just throw that race out. Start for August 20th at Chester, 6 furlongs in Phillies conditions race. Horse went by 1 3/4 lengths. On that ground at Chester, since it's basically almost a circle, if you look at the track map or the diagram of it, he had a post position number 1. That's the thing you want. You want the first 3 barriers at Chester, had speed that day, and just took, the advantage was to him and really proved the heavy favorite, ran like a favorite should run on that race course. Great run for this horse. And then 2 weeks earlier, August 13th, Newbury, 6 furlongs in Maidens Fillies, Class 4. Horse won by neck, easy victory. Gets the booking of Ryan Moore. Ryan Moore rode this horse once in July in a 6 furlong Class 4 maiden race at Newbury. He finished 10th that day for a start out, but I think here this horse should have a very good run. So watch out for this one. To recap my bets now for the 5th race, to 405 from Sandown, it's bet365.com handicap. Going to go with the 2-horse Partita, or Parita, whatever. Going to go 265 in the TriCast of the trifecta. To race number 6 now from Sandown, the 6th race, the 435. It's the Nordhoff Robbins Maidens Fillies Stakes. It's a Maidens Fillies race here, going for a Class 4 horse. It's going for a purse of $12,500. It's for maidens, 3-year-olds, fillies only. Field of 9 horses, going the 2,000-meter trip, or 1 mile and 1/4 on the turf course. My top pick in this one, I like the 6-horse Pure Shores. I'm going to go 6-2-4 in the TriCast or the trifecta. 6-2-4, but my top pick, number 6, Pure Shores, Godolphin owned. Charlie Appleby trains. James Doyle's on this one. This horse has a start under his belt already this season. That came on the 13th of April at Chelmsford City, a mile and a quarter in a Class 4 Fillies race, maidens Fillies race. This horse finished second by 2 1/4 lengths at even money, and he just missed. Was closing up at the end, but just missed the victory. I think coming here today, this horse should do a little bit better, second off the layoff, and coming to turf. She's out of Dubawi. Dubawi's a turf horse, not an all-weather horse. And then start for November 24th at Chelmsford, 7 furlongs Class 4 maidens Fillies race. Horse finished 4th by 3 1/4 lengths. Didn't really quicken up with deep closures don't have the advantage on that race course. It's more speed, so he didn't really stay up with them. I think here today, this horse should have a very good run, so I'll use her as a top pick. So to recap my bets for race number 6 now from Sandown, the 435, going to go with the 6-horse, going to go 6-2-4 in the TriCast or the trifecta. So now let's get on to race number 7. The 7th race, final race in the program, the 5:10 post times. It's about 365 handicap. It's Class 3 handicap here, going for a purse of $18,500 for 3-year-olds only, rated 76 to 95. Field of 8 horses going the 1 1/4 distance. My top pick in this one, I like the 5-horse Century Dream. I'm going to go 5-6-2 in the TriCast of the trifecta. Number 5, Century Dream, Andrea Tazzini. Most recently, this horse had a start on the 12th of October at Nottingham. 1 mile in a Class 5 maiden race. Horse won by 3/4 of length that day and just ran incredibly well. His turn of foot that day was very nice. Coming here to Sandown, going the extra 2 furlongs shouldn't be a problem. Start for Newmarket Rally Mile course, 7 furlongs in the Class 4 maiden race back in September. This horse finished third by 1 3/4 lengths. Just really quicken up as fast. I think this horse is screaming out for a 1 1/4. Gets it today, so watch out for this one. So to recap my bets for the 7th, the 5:10 from Sandown, gonna go with the 5-horse Century Dream. I'm gonna go 5-6-2 in the TriCast of the trifecta. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.